Your Eye on Annapolis daily news brief keeps you informed about what's happening in Annapolis, Anne Arundel County, and Maryland. Local news, local sports, local events, local opinion, and, of course, local weather. Your Eye on Annapolis daily news brief starts now.
Good morning. It's Wednesday, December 30th, 2020. This is John Frenaye, and this is your Eye on Annapolis daily news brief. The million-dollar question remains whether Judge William Mulford will uphold or shoot down Anne Arundel County Executive Stuart Pittman's executive order closing all dining establishments for inside and outside dining. We still do not have an answer. Yesterday, the judge did hear from Dr. Nilesh Kalanaraman, the county's health officer, as well as Dr. Ely Klein, who is a professor at Johns Hopkins Bloomberg School of Public Health. Those two laid out the process and the metrics that are guiding the decisions ultimately made by the county executive. Late in the afternoon, the county executive did testify, and Judge Mulford did say that he would not release a decision until today, as he needs more time to consider all the facts and to write an opinion/decision on the case. However, with the case underway, the judge's initial temporary restraining order is automatically extended until a decision is rendered. We do expect that decision to be in a little bit later on this afternoon, probably close to 3 o'clock. So you want to stay tuned and check back with eyeonannapolis.net a little bit later. Yesterday, Governor Larry Hogan said that the state has now allocated $9 million in aid for struggling agriculture and seafood industries. This is all part of the state's $600 million economic stimulus effort. And in a statement, he said the COVID-19 pandemic has caused unprecedented hardship for so many, and while Maryland farmers and producers are certainly no exception, they have continued to work hard every single day to support our food supply chain. We remain strongly committed to helping Maryland's agricultural community as we weather the storm together. Now, the DNR has dedicated $3 million to seafood processing businesses that suffered a 35% revenue loss, as well as an additional $1 million for seafood marketing and business support. Businesses can apply up through February 28th of 2021, and you can do that on the DNR website. Some good news out of BWI. Yesterday, Southwest Airlines CEO Gary Kelly sent an email out to his employees saying that they are not going to be laying off the people that they thought they would be. Early in December, the airline did file a WARN notice with the state, which is Work Adjustment and Retraining Notification, saying that they were going to lay off nearly 1,200 employees at BWI. Because they were running out of money. However, with the Cash Act and the infusion of $15 billion, which was signed by President Trump a few days ago, they are able to retain those employees. Back in April, we had the CARES Act. Now we have the Cash Act. And for those that are wondering, CASH stands for Caring for Americans with Supplemental Help. CASH. But in a little bit of a sad news, I noticed that Applebee's over at the Annapolis Mall has closed. We did know that was happening. It was expected. We reported on that back in September. And I guess the light at the end of the tunnel on that one is that we understand that Silver Diner is going to be opening up there in its place. All right, and before we sign off, this will be the final daily news brief for 2020, and I can't wait to zip these episodes up into a file and send them on to Dropbox archives somewhere in the internet, and I can't wait to put this damn deer in the rearview mirror. As always, I do want to take a moment to say thank you. Without your reading, listening, and interacting with us on social media, we wouldn't be here. We've had some fun, new, interesting things planned for 2021, both on the website, eyeonannapolis.net, as well as right here on the Daily News Brief. So you want to make sure that you keep your eyes and ears open for them. I'm a bit of a data nerd, so make sure you check out a story on our top stories of 2020, which we'll publish on the 1st, appropriately enough. It was a banner year for us, dominated by COVID, but there were some surprises there as well. Eye on Annapolis was seen by nearly 2.5 million unique visitors last year, and this little old daily news brief saw just over 400,000 downloads and ended up ranking 103rd at last look for daily news podcasts by Apple. So, again, thank you very much. As we head into 2021, I do have a favor to ask, though. We are 100% supported by advertisers, and we are very affordable and very effective. So if you know of a business that might be a good fit, and I got to be honest, not all of them are, please ask them to reach out to us. info@eyeonannapolis.net will get them there, or john@eyeonannapolis.net will get them there. And one of the best ways that we can grow is with ratings and reviews. I know I say this practically every morning, but it is so important. I'm not going to beg for 5-star ratings, but I will beg for a fair rating. How's that? If you find value in the Daily News Brief and Eye on Annapolis, please take a moment and toss in a rating wherever you listen. And if you have a few spare moments over this long weekend, leave a review. We read them all, we appreciate them all, and some of our best changes come from our listeners. Anyone remember that Seinfeld/1970s porn flick bumper we had? Yep, that was retired on one of your suggestions. Okay, so enough begging. Again, most sincere thanks to you. Now let's get on with the rest of the Daily News Brief, sponsored today by Solar Energy Services, the Kristi Neidhardt Team, and Zachary's Jewelers. Stand by. We have George Young with DCMDVA Weather coming up with your New Year's forecast. And with that, I'll bid you adieu and simply say, see you next year.
Hello, energy consumers. This is Rick Peters, president of Solar Energy Services, with your Clean Energy Minute. Does your home experience power outages? Or maybe you're concerned about energy resilience in general? If so, that's another great reason to consider clean, quiet solar-powered energy with battery backup. You may have heard residential solar adoption has rapidly increased during the pandemic for multiple reasons, and many homeowners, like yourself, are adding battery backup and electric vehicle charging to their solar projects. And with Maryland's residential energy storage income tax credit, along with the federal tax credit for batteries when paired with solar, the economics are quite compelling, and that secure feeling is even better. So whether you're looking for clean energy, energy resilience, or overall peace of mind with solar energy, we can help. To schedule a free solar design, call us today at 410-923-6090 or on the web at solarsaves.net. But hurry, sunshine's a-wasting.
Sunshine, sunshine, nothing else can make me feel so fine.
At Zachary's Jewelers, there's something we admire more than anything. They are incredibly strong, resilient, indestructible, and brilliant. They are as beautiful and rare as a Forever Marked diamond. They are the people in our lives who put all else above themselves to keep our worlds turning. The ones who bring us together, even when we're apart. We celebrate their strength and brilliance this holiday and every day. Zachary's Jewelers.
When you live near Annapolis, you know how fickle the weather can be. So you need a truly local forecast that's accurate and reliable. Forecast right here in Annapolis. DCMDVA Weather is not just for today, but for the rest of the week and the weekend too. Now here's George Young of DCMDVA Weather with the weather outlook for today and beyond.
Hey everyone, this is George with DCMDVA Weather, and this is your Eye on Annapolis forecast for Wednesday, December 30th. Yesterday was definitely colder across the Annapolis region following Monday's 50s, but today will be a bit better with temps in the mid to upper 40s along with lighter winds on the whole, but clouds will move in late as rain chances return Thursday with highs near 50 degrees to put a long-awaited end to this calendar year, with rain chances though lasting through much of New Year's Day on Friday with highs mid-40s to maybe near 50 in spots, before a great day on Saturday to kick off the first weekend of the new year with sunshine and highs 60 to 65 degrees for all of Anne Arundel County before temps then fall back into a more normal range on Sunday with highs again 45 to 50 to cap off the weekend. Okay, that's it for today. This is George Young of DCMDVA Weather. Make it a great day out there. Stay healthy and be safe. And since we won't be back on until Monday, Happy New Year to everyone out there. And be sure to stay weather informed over the next several days by getting our free app on all of your devices by searching DCMDVA Weather in the Apple or Google App Store. And also be sure to follow us on Facebook and Twitter for daily updates, along with our website at dcmdvaweather.com, so you can always stay weather informed.
Another moving moment from Kristi Neidhardt of the Kristi Neidhardt Team from Northrop Realty, a Long and Foster company.
Home, a word that invokes a feeling of belonging, of comfort, of love. If you know someone who is not able to go home for the holidays, please reach out to them and share some of that feeling, that Christmas spirit, so they can feel loved where they are, so they know they are home. Midshipmen, our military, contract workers, those with loved ones far away or in medical care. This holiday season, remember that a community is made up of people caring for one another. It's an honor to call Annapolis my home. Serving people's my passion, it's what I do best. It's the Neidhardt difference.
That's another moving moment from Kristi Neidhardt. To get in touch, call 410-295-6579 or visit kn-team.com. That's kn-team.com.
You've been listening to the Eye on Annapolis Daily News Brief. Tell your friends and colleagues. This is the podcast where you can keep up on the latest with what's going on in Annapolis and Anne Arundel County. And don't forget about our website, eyeonannapolis.net, where you can find even more information. And make sure you follow us on Facebook at All Annapolis and on Twitter at Eye on Annapolis. This Daily News Brief podcast comes to you every Monday through Friday at 6 a.m.